It's your travel agent, David, and we're in Belfast, and I'm passing through one of the Peace Gates right now. Peace Gates, there's several of them around town. They were put up in 1969 and scattered throughout town, and primarily between mainly Protestant and mainly Catholic communities. And even still today, they close them nightly. They were trying to take them away, but when they talked to the communities wanted it to remain the way it is because they liked being separated from each other. Now, it was mainly because of the Protestant loyalists and the Catholic nationalists. Now, the loyalists were the ones that were loyal to the crown, and the nationalists are the ones that wanted an independent Ireland. So you'll see throughout Belfast all of these walls. There are miles of them. And now you're starting to see them switch some of the murals to Palestine because some of the nationalists are they see like them trying to break away from the crown, like Palestine and Israel. So you'll see a lot of that through here too. And then you'll see a lot of the loyalists, though there's murals out here now for Israel, not trying to be political, but just so you know what you're seeing in the video. And if you come here, you can see it. So let's take a look at some of these peace gates. I've taken some snippet videos from the bus just to try and capture some of the things. And if you see the motorway that's going through there, they developed that motorway as a way to divide the communities versus having a 40-foot wall. So it wasn't really built to try and move transit. It was built as a barrier between the two communities instead of having a 40-foot wall, because some of these walls get to be 40 feet tall. If you aren't familiar with why these are here, during the 60s through the 90s, Belfast was a very volatile area. You know, it links back to the Easter Risings in 1916, carried on over here. So by this time, Northern Ireland was its own country, tied to the crown, and then you have Ireland as its own republic. Well, we're going to see a lot of different things here that are going to be interesting history for it. One of the things we're about to see is the Divis Tower. Now, the Divis Tower was the tallest point in this area, and the British Army took over the first two floors. Now, it was so dangerous for the British Army, they couldn't supply themselves through the first floor. So they had to deliver everything and change out personnel via helicopter. And they were only planning on being there for 2 years. They ended up occupying that tower for 30 years. So in the background, that's Divis Tower. That's where the British military stayed for 30 years and had to keep resupplying from the rooftop. And we're right here along the walls too. And the wall just keeps going and going and going. Now there's certain sections of here that you'll see people have signed and left messages of peace. So Nelson Mandela and Bill Clinton have done it somewhere along the road. I'm going to try and find it, but there's miles of roads, or walls, so I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But they've signed it, and they've been encased to protect the signatures. So if you come out here, you might be able to see it. So here on Falls Road, you'll find the Garden of Remembrance. Now, the Garden of Remembrance was developed to help remember and memorialize those that died during the resistance. When you come through Belfast, you're going to find that a lot of the buildings, well, not because just they're old, but even the ones that were built during the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, they're all brick. And the reason why they're all brick is because there's so many bombings going on, car bombs, van bombs, people that would go into bars or wherever, place charges and run out. And it got so bad that when you would go into certain places, they would check you through a gate and check your bag, check you. And then when you got into the building you were trying to go to, you got checked again. Now, all of these glass buildings you'll see downtown, they're definitely a lot newer, but it's because of the peace that they've had. But they would never have built buildings like that during the Troubles. Imagine just growing up here. I mean, this has been here since the 60s. And so generations have grown up living behind walls. It's crazy. We're over here in America arguing over the reality of what's petty stuff. And people, you had the Berlin Wall, you've got the Peace Wall. And it just puts into perspective, real problems. In America, we don't have real problems. We have first world problems. And sometimes we forget we have first world problems. And there's people out there having third world problems. So there's a pro tip. If you have an iPhone and you go in and you type in Peace Wall into the search bar, it won't take you where I wanted to go. So take a hop on, hop off tour. You'll see along the road. I was trying to get to that, but it took me to a whole different place. So if you're kind of here, you're gonna do your own thing, don't trust the map app. Just in case you didn't know, now you know. I guess somebody is tired of somebody's crap.